Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Pre-Market Analysis Live for Monday, February the 8th, 2021. In the live chat, let's say hello to a few traders that have greeted us there. Hello, beautiful Gates. Good morning, Miss Festus. Hello, Miss Marcy. All right. Hopefully, everybody had a great weekend. Here we are to embark into another week, the second week of February. And in today's stock market technical analysis, we are going to maybe talk a little bit about. Well, for those who were with us last Friday, it was a very lucrative trading day on Friday, right? So win trade, and then the so-called lotos. That's a successful trading here. We have recently really been consistent on providing those. They were not bad at all. I mean, if I may say, FCX was the leading one, but Western Digital wasn't bad at all. So congratulations if you were able to take advantage of that. So typically we have about 3 sections on here. So Monday, really for those who are new, or if you are catching this playback for the first time, we try to take a look at the US equity from 30,000 feet view through the ETF, exchange traded funds, mainly SPY, QQQ, IWM, to just get the general sentiment of the market. Obviously, we do trade those as well, but that's almost like a default type of trade, right? Meaning for us, we make, if they are moving significantly, we definitely trade them. We don't need to have any type of preset trigger or anything. If they are moving, they are candidates for day trading or swing trading, if you so like. So for SPY, we have documented on this channel, we have several videos showcasing example, and then even a prime stamp video step by step showing how to take advantage of SPY on its 3 expiration days, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. If by now you do not have that, find that video on our YouTube or channel, or reach out. We can point that to you. Speaking of pointing out to videos, I mean, last week I was talking about Finviz. Keep getting questions on Finviz. So today we are going to be spending time on Finviz in the second portion, and then I'm going to make a summary of the video that we made this past weekend. But then on top of that, it just dawned on me, because I had that question yesterday, I kid you not, about another strategy, another filter, set of filters, how to use Finviz. So that will make it at least four on top of the 3 that we provided in the video on Saturday. So day trading, swing trading, and squeeze short trade. So I'm going to show you another one today. That's where I've depicted here. For if you have been a regular here, it's not something new, but it's another thing to put in your arsenal to how to go about screening the market and finding trade. All right, so without any further ado, let's go ahead here and dive in. Sharing the TradingView screen. If TradingView would like to start off on here, fine. For this week, that's the daily chart of WGC. Thank you for the gains on the Lotto WGC on Friday, but we would like to go to SPY, who is starting the week. I mean, this is all-time high, right? So every time that SPY goes up by a certain amount, the chances are it's a new all-time high. So the brand new all-time high, folks, are for February the 8th, 2020. Let's write it down in bold somewhere. It's 389. Well, we haven't traded that yet. 388.47 was the high on Friday. So this morning, we are gapping. SPY is gapping a little bit there, as you can see, at 389. Folks, I don't know about you, but for me, when I look at a chart like this, what potentially, if I have, I don't know, a bias or anything, but the only way that I can really consider trading this is on the downside. Why? Well, there's very little room left on the upper Bollinger. On my left-hand side here, there's the upper Bollinger at 388.72. The stock is starting at 389. So for me, as usual, I'm going to be patient with this one. If there is no major move throughout the day, convincing move above, you are posting higher highs on the 5 minutes or 15-minute chart, And again, that's another question. So I apologize that here I keep repeating things, but to me, if you have been trading here for a while, our criteria into taking trades when a stock is tracking is strictly based on VWAP. Yeah, I receive a lot of questions or points of clarification. Those two videos, how to recognize a bullish pattern on a 5 minutes or 15 minute interval, how to recognize a bearish pattern on a 5 minutes or 15 minutes interval. The sole indicator that we are using on there is VWAP. So just as a point of clarification, if need be. So SPY on here, yes, bullish above VWAP posting higher highs on 5 minutes or 15 minutes, bearish below VWAP posting lower lows on 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Seems simple enough, yeah, but sometimes there are a lot to be considered. We know that the EMAs, they act as natural support and resistance, meaning that one we have to read the chart and respect that, but they are not really per se the condition for entering a trade. If that's was something that was not clear for any trader. So yeah, we definitely will be looking toward the end of the day to see if SPY produces an opportunity for us to trade it later on today, as it has expiration on Mondays. Okay, so the next ETF that we take a look at on here to clarify, to validate or to get a sentiment, that's a better verbiage, of the overall market is QQQ. The Qs, it's feast or famine for the Qs, right? The previous week leading into the end of February was famine. Well, famine for, if let's say you are bullish. For us, we don't care. As long as the stock is moving hard in any direction. If it's moving down, we know how to successfully trade it with puts. If it's moving up, so we know how to successfully trade it with calls. So last week at this very time, the time is currently 9 a.m. Eastern in New York and in Toronto. Hello, I'm getting a lot of questions from traders, people who are investing from Canada, from the website. The last few days. So I am overdue to make a video on Finviz on Canadian stock. I know that it's written somewhere here. Yes, I'm becoming one of those YouTube people who promises to publish videos and who doesn't know. I don't folks. Those who know me, I try my best. So I promise, if you're in Montreal, in Toronto, in Ontario or province of Ontario, wherever you are, I am going to make a video on Finviz showcasing because I've been getting questions on Canadian stock, Canadian dividend stock, and so like. So it's let in due time. I don't want to promise, but it will be done. It will be done, folks. So here's QQQ. Back to QQQ. QQQ is gapping, and the QQQ. So we were talking about feast or famine a week ago. Last week it was feast in terms of bullish, but the week after that it was feast as well if you were bearish, right? So here posting this lowest low on the daily. Last week was posting higher highs on the daily. Yep. So in just a small week, the previous Friday we closed at 314, and then last Friday on the 5th we reached 332. That's pretty good, folks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So this here, for me, the pattern that I'm seeing on here, we talked about pattern recognition here. I have not ventured that much into really, but meaning what does pattern recognition? I'm looking at the chart. I'm seeing what's the trend or what's the algos they like to take this thing. Lately, what has been going on here on QQQ? They're going from Bollinger to Bollinger. Did you notice that? Well, maybe from Bollinger, upper Bollinger to maybe EMAs, because we haven't really come below the lower Bollinger for a long time. Yeah, a long time, my friend. What is a long time here? November, 5th November. But see this move? Actually, let me minimize it such that we all have the. I'm talking about this move here. Can I highlight that? Let me highlight that if I can. Drawing has never been my forte, folks. So I'm talking about this in blue here, from upper Bollinger to lower Bollinger, and then since that time, it touches the upper Bollinger and then come back to the green line, EMA 20. That's what's green line is the EMA 8 exponential moving average. That's what EMA stands for. Is the yellow line, and the white line is the middle of the upper Bollinger, which are the red dots. and the purple crosses here are the lower Bollinger. So yeah, this is how QQQ has been just bullish for a while. It's a series of 5 days like we just had here, and then decline a little bit to the moving average. I mean, you recognize that pattern, though, that you can definitely set up a great trade for that. All right. Last but not least, IWM, the small cap ETF, the much maligned IWM, should I say. Oh my goodness, last week, I remember, we can go and watch that video. Last Monday, I was talking, oh, was it? It wasn't even, no, it wasn't Monday. It was later in the week. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, saying, oh, here's IWM just going sideways. The resistance was at 215. And then in a matter of 2 days, yeah, it just blasted over that. And before you know it, it was trading at the 221. So we traded it. We made money on IWM on Thursday and on Friday. Yep. We traded the 217 calls, and oh boy, they paid, because when this start moving. So that's one thing that we have talked about on here. The second part of the week, if you are trading weekly option, is really advantageous, because theta decay will make option cheaper starting on late Tuesday. By Wednesday, really, you can see stock that have not moved yet. And for those who trade our trade alerts, this is something that we know how to exploit typically in the second part of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays are just becoming a very consistent payday, right? If that's you want to learn how to do to take advantage on Friday, we make a video. Oh, it was a teaser video. Oh, should you trade Friday, yes or no? And we show you a study that we have here that we use to consistently make money on Fridays. Yes. Ask your fellow traders who are successful trading. Some of them, upon seeing that research, they were like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Put it to the test." Put it to the test. We do. We are putting it to the test every Friday through the so-called lotos. Yeah. So has been, how many weeks has it been so far in 2020? So we can go back and every single week highlight big gains that were made. The most recent of which was FCX calls and Western Digital calls this past Friday. We take those trades at the closing, literally in the last 30 minutes on Thursday, because there could potentially be gaps. But that's a study that we have done on here, and that's we are taking advantage of. All right, so that's where the ETFs stand. Before we go into the second parts of this stock market technical analysis daily, focusing on Finviz, let's say hello to maybe new people who come in. Hello, Mr. Andrew, welcome to the board, to the live chat this morning. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoy your Super Bowl. I didn't watch most of it. I watched maybe the beginning, the first half, not even all the way to the first half, and then after that, I was talking about some other thing. So I just saw the call later on. I mean, I understood that's Tom Paul. So congratulations to some of the Floridian traders who are here. I think we did talk about some time a while back about who we thought. I remember certain somebody saying Tampa. I don't know, but that's another story for another day. So congratulations to Tampa. All right, so in the second section out here of the daily technical analysis daily, let's go to Finviz, our below Finviz. So we shared, let me do something. Let me copy that video if I can find it. This one is on the ATR. Yeah, because they go hand in hand. So so how to use Finviz screener for short squeeze stock. Yeah, we had to give the video a title, right? So we opted to go for that because that's like soup du jour. So get a shareable link, and I hope this time around I did not forget to put that inside of the Discord. But for those who are not part of our Discord and who are getting this in the playback, this is the video on how to use Finviz screener for shorts. Some people even say short stock, short squeeze stock. So in the video, we tell you that Mr. Andrew was the one who posted the filters inside of the Trader Hangouts, and we showed you we showed you that they are relatively simple, and then we depicted how we use Finviz for day trading, meaning looking at the gap, and we feed that into our GangstA strategy. And swing trading, meaning at the end of the day, you just do a scan, or it's called a momentum play. So those are the three things that are featured in the very video that I'm about to post on here. If you allow me, Control V. Okay, so that's that video there. So typically we will come here, and this is Finviz, and just do this filter, right? But so today I want to complement that video by giving you a fourth strategy that you can use again to find trades that you can definitely take advantage of. So this is earnings season, and we say that actually the next section on here has something to do with earnings season, because you will understand a little bit. But let's just start with this. So this is our typical set of filter screeners, right? So, and then on auto refresh, 10 seconds, and just toggling change percentage up or down, or bullish or bearish. But now there is this thing, we talked about it, and we even created a video on it, but that video never got any momentum. I was just asked the question this weekend, hence I'm bringing it up again. The analysts throughout the year, and more so during earnings season, because when a company generate their quarterly earnings, that trigger definitely some type of rating from analysts. Yeah, there are these upgrade downgrades. Yeah, that exist. So typically, a stock, upon receiving an upgrade, the whole idea is that the analyst, plural or singular, that's created, that they have a bullish sentiment about that stock. Thus, that stock usually will move up normally. That's the idea. So, but at least in pre-market, there should be some type of action, meaning that here is another filter that's if you are not familiar with, you can add on here to isolate specific stock that will have movement in pre-market. So upgrades, and conversely, so like example this morning, this stock, Terra Data Corporation, is gapping 9%. So it's telling us that it received an upgrade. Yeah. So Zoom, ExxonMobil, up 2%, receive an upgrade. Workday, receive an upgrade. So all of these 11 here rather, they receive an upgrade. Yeah. Conversely, if we want to look at downgrade, okay, here are downgrade. There are not that many gappers on there. But the thing is that typically a stock receiving upgrade or downgrade will attract traders, meaning traders will react to it. So meaning that stock is likely to move, meaning then for you and I, that's a perfect scenario to get involved in that stock. Which strategy do I employ? We can trade it directionally, or we can start with a GangstA trade. So that's how you will go about using it. So now, on top of this, if we can peel the onion into a next layer. During earnings season, here's what you can do as well, right? So you can definitely say, okay, find stock that had earnings and which are upgraded or downgraded. We have studied those. We have studied those scenarios. I told you I was working for a prop firm a few years back, and we had the ability, actually, I was creating books centered around earnings. So that's how that research comes. So meaning I will be able to simulate over a period of 4 years what's the P&L when a stock had earnings, or downgrade or anything. Yes, I have that type of information. So here's how you can benefit from that knowledge. And I think on our website blog, successfultradings.com, we have a full article actually showing you those P&L charts of historically what happened when a stock is downgraded, what happened when a stock is upgraded outside and within earnings season as well. So, but during earnings, the combination of a stock having earning and being upgraded or downgraded, the stock will have a tendency to move. So in that scenario, so in this case here, let's try and find such stock on here. What filter will we apply? So if we say, because sometimes stock are even upgraded and downgraded before the earnings. So if we say today, we don't have anything, but here's what you could always do. So let's say previous 5 days, yeah? Because previous 5 days, stock has had earnings. Analysts usually take their time. They need the time to go through the earning report. So you will come here to say, okay, how about the previous 5 days? Have there been any stock that has been downgraded? Nope, that meet this condition. Nope, that's okay. How about upgrades? Fantastic. Here you go. you just find 4 stocks on here, folks, that have had earning the previous 5 days and they have been upgraded. That's very interesting, because then this could be a momentum trade on there. Really nice momentum of trade. So this is another filter that we are giving you to be able to isolate trade. So hopefully that's I mean, again, you just have more and more strategies for you to find trades and to take advantage of. That's what we tell people when you come here at Successful Trading. We teach you numerous ways to go about finding trades. All right. So if there are any questions on there in the live chats, please let us know, or in the comments of this video. For people who are catching it in as a playback, let us know of any question on there. I know I'm overdue, well overdue, to make a video on Canadian stock. So I will do that using Finviz. So if we go to our regular type of screener on Finviz, on here, let's say I just have to say any, not even, yeah, actually upgrade this morning. Here you are. So you have Zoom, ExxonMobil, really, I call it Zoom, Workday, Target Corporation. There you go. All of these are gapping on here. So these are the type of stock that will attract volume in pre-market, and more even so traders during the trading day. So this is your way, our way of screening for those. So if, let's say, we just consider everything else, we go to none on here. Or actually, are there any downgrades? Sorry, because I don't want to have a downgrade. Okay, these are the downgraded ones. LVS, Las Vegas, consumer casino. So that's interesting there. Minus 0.43. So downgrade typically, they are not. It's not necessarily that, hey, a downgrade will mean that the stock will go down. We have seen reversal on downgrade. We have seen reversal are possible for downgrade, making it a very, very attractive to trade GangstA trade with the downgrade, because since the GangstA trade is a trade that's set up to go in both directions, if that stock decides to be moving or reversing, you can find yourself with a really, really, really nice trade on that. So coming back to the so-called, I don't know, vanilla Finviz screener. We have vanilla GangstA, we have chocolate GangstA. Now we're going to be seeing the vanilla Finviz screener or something. I don't know, just making stuff up. These are the movers and shakers this morning on here. If you're familiar with any one of these stocks, I mean, Riot blockchain is a stock that people has asked us to take a look at here before. Sava is a stock that was mentioned in the screener that's Mr. Andrew shared with us, right? So if you watch the video, that was one of them there, and you can see that after breaking $20, it went all the way to 100 and almost over $115 in a matter of 1, 2, 3 days, folks. 1, 2, 3 days. But imagine, for me, okay, let's spend some time on here and really make a point. Let's make this point here, okay? Let's go to that Sava stock. I haven't traded Sava yet, but I'm just talking from a technical analyst purpose, right? So, scenario number 1 to get Sava stock, it's pretty much early when it was just hovering at 20, yeah? Because those sets of criteria that Mr. Andrew provided, you would have caught that as a short squeeze candidate, yes? So then that's your potential entry number 1. Then you will have enjoyed that nice ride from 20 to 60 to 70. That was yeah, that was just one day. Okay, so if you missed that on that day, or the beginning from the short squeeze entry, the Finviz end of the day scan would have showed you that Sava was able to jump from 20 to 70 that day. So you would have traded the momentum, yeah, the swing trade version, which we talked about the video. So that will have actually yielded you money over the next 2 days from 60 to 100 and something, yeah. And then third possibility for you and I to trade this on that. You see that big red candle, right? When it was at 115, my friend, that's it. That's it, because it opened at 100. That it opened at 100. That's what the red candle means, right? It opened at 100 on that day, popped at 115, and then retraced all the way back to 60. I think this is by definition, this is a GangstA day trade by definition. So the Sava stock, oh my goodness, I need to make a video on this. Actually encompasses over the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday last week. It encompasses the 3 strategies that are depicted in the how to use Finviz for short stock a video that we just posted in the link. Because you will have had, applying any one of those 3 strategies, you will have had at least a chance to catch a move here on Sava on one of those days. So then let's see if Sava, I don't know anything about this stock. It's True Healthcare, a biotech. Let's see if, let's say, actually by going inside of Power E-Trade, what type of options they do provide, monthly, weekly, and what type of implied volatility. Biotech typically, they are wild. Trust me, wild. With spread that just... So before we do that, let me just check if there are any comments on here. Mara up from 23 to 7 over the weekend, one of the scan results. Okay, so that's another one that Mr. Andrew, yes, I'll definitely remember that. And you guys, people who watched that video that we posted, Mara was in there on the filters that Mr. Andrew provided in our Discord room last, was it Friday or Thursday? Okay, so let's jump into Power E-Trade and take a look at Sava. Is it tradable, or what's possible on that? Because this is one thing when we do a scan in option. For me, really, I try to be a little bit cautious with stock that do not provide very liquid options. But let's see, and that's a problem that when you trade the stock, you don't worry about that. Just, hey, stock is moving, you can make money on it. Oh, by the way, here's our short squeeze. Watch this, right? We kept it. So the so-called short squeeze. Watch this. I guess now we have to have a Sava into that one. So they all have very, very interesting names, right? Zinga, Sava, Mara. I could make a song out of it. Zinga, Mara, Sava, Siri, Momo. Okay, Telex, you're having so much fun. All right, accounts. We go to where? We go to options. Obviously, Telex. Hello. We go to Sava. Comment ça va? Cassava science. Oh yeah. Well, if we most of you may know what cassava is, right? Cassava roots. Those are not a delicacy, but they are basic nutriments where I come from. Cassava roots. So that, at least that stock should speak of me from that perspective. All right. Cassava has only monthly options. Sometimes, folks, monthly options are not that bad. I mean, when implied volatility is a little bit more attractive than our friend in here, yeah? Because if in this case here, with implied volatility at 271, great if you're already in the trade, but a major headache if you're trying to find a strike price on here, because that's the problem with this short squeeze stock, folks. After the pop, it's pretty much game over, because, my friend, okay, here we are now. Look at this, right? Obviously, the ATR technique, it's... Somebody asked me the other day, how do you apply ATR technique for the short stock, for the short squeeze stock? Well, the ATR all of a sudden just... You use the most recent ATR. That's the answer to that. The most recent ATR, I don't know. This stock will be moving, stock like this will be moving. One day it went from 20 to 60. Does that mean that the ATR is for you know pretty much that the market makers, they will have a field day onto that. So meaning to the point where GME and the likes, they will move, GME will move 10 points or anything. Your option will not make a dent whatsoever. So, I mean, that's disheartening, to be honest with you. But, I mean, we still make money last week on GME puts a little bit. But it can be disheartening. So here, what is to be considered on here? If you want the 100 for February, you have time. That's the advantage on here. You have time, meaning that theta decay is not going to eat up that much at once, because this is 2 weeks away from expiration. So on here, but my friends, it's just like, wow. So yeah, I hesitate sometime with this high implied volatility. If you have the taste of it, yeah, you can. The stock is moving. It's just that we're at the mercy. I kid you not. You are literally at the mercy of the market makers what they are going to do with this implied volatility. As you can see right now, they are dropping the implied volatility big time, right? So let me make this that so you guys can see. I'm talking this column here, implied volatility change minus 20%, minus 28%. Why? Because the stock is positive. So for them, they don't want to pay, especially this early in the week, they don't want to pay for those calls. You will think a stock being is a regular stock being up 17%. My friend, you know that's more than a 10 bagger. But no such thing here with this type of implied volatility, unfortunately. So on the spread, we need to be careful with them as well. But that's what you have. So for me, really, you know my risk level, right? I told you guys, especially on these, my risk level is low. Meaning buying contracts at $1, trying to make, I don't know, $20 or something. No. So especially early in the week, I will maybe settle for 150 calls in this direction. Why? I have 2 weeks. If it doesn't pan out, well, I've only risked it this much instead of risking, I don't know, 2 or 3 times as much. That's my personal approach to that. If I ever decide to get involved with something like this. That's so hopefully that helps you guys. It is 6:25 Pacific time. Thank you for being with us and catching the show this morning. As usual, yourself into the market as the week is long and opportunities come to those who are patient. We wish you a great trading day, everybody, and we catch you on the next episode. While we are saying bye-bye, let's say hello to Zorbon and Mr. Mickey. Good morning to you guys as well. We catch you tomorrow. Have a great trading session, everybody.